know the clock says 12:30, and you wanna get up early, but I'ma keep you up all night, make this moment worthy. You are my inspiration that gives me the dedication to work you out with precision, baby. I'ma keep you satisfied, making sure I do it right. Can't get you out my mind, got me feeling good inside. When I look in your eyes, you leave me hypnotized, like I can't get enough. In between this partition when we making love, got you comfortable in my bed. I relieve the stress in your head when we making love, make you want it more, do you right for sure when we making love. I'll beat it up, break it down, switch it up for another round.
What is the most exciting thing about recording an album?
You're figuring out throughout the process the direction that you're going, and along the way, learning so much about yourself through the process. Because I could say, through my experience, I could say that each one of the projects that I've had, like with Gemini or Rock With Me or Jamal White, it was all just based off of different experiences, you know, along the way of the process of making those projects. Like, for example, with Jamal White, the first project, I was more in the head, in the mind state. I was more in the mindset of just figuring out what direction I wanted to go as an artist at the time, because and what new things you're now learning and now believe along the process of making the project. Like with Jamal White, I feel like that I was really in the mind state of realizing, you know, what it is I want to become as an artist, you know, especially from transitioning from being the choir kid that is always, you know, in show choir, rehearsing, and just traveling in different cities or different states, going to different schools and show choir, or even in festivals and just performing, versus now being just the artist to where it's more about the artist, you know. So from that point, I feel like I learned that stepping into the world of being an artist and a musical artist is way much more than, you know, being that choir boy back in college or back in high school, because it's more all lined up to what you want to do as an artist, you know, behind the recording, behind the writing, behind the certain looks you want to put out, behind the contents, you know, behind the promotions. Just all of that goes in line back to how the artist wants to put it out there, you know. And I felt like at that time, you know, I didn't really know that much about, you know, how to deal with all that by myself, because I was just brand spanking new coming into the whole realm of being an artist. So for me, it was more of a learning experience from that point on how to operate the music side and the business side on putting out a content as an artist and putting out a certain type of styles and music, and showing what type of artist I wanted to become. So, but transitioning into Rock With Me, it was like from 2017, 2020, I feel like those time period really made me realize along the way what the things that I figured out I want to truly become as an artist, you know, like meeting up with different producers, different artists, and different writers along the way just really helped molded me into much more of an experienced artist and being more creative and just being more mindful of what type of content I'm putting together in order to, show the people who truly Jamal White is as an artist, you know. So I say from that point, I figured that I was more mindful of how to put it all together and showing what exactly Jamal White is as an artist. And then, a whole year later, 2021, Gemini comes out. From that, I feel like that now that I understand it, I know how to put together a content and I know how to put it out there and show that I can put together a certain content and a story and have a storyline behind that and understanding what transition have I now gone into from this point to that point.
Sunny days, everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Storms will come. This we know for sure. This we know for sure. Can you stand the rain? Heck yeah.
So with that, how do you see your growth from Jamal White self-titled to now with your latest project, Gemini?
I would say my awareness of how to handle certain business and just being aware of what's going on and, basically being more mindful to myself on my capabilities of what I can do and being more, just basically owning more of my talent. I would say that I'm realizing more about what I can do with my talent as an artist and how I can use it. So I would say that me just realizing that and how I can maneuver from the way that my mindset was back in the Jamal White self-titled era all the way up to the Gemini era. Just that timeline of understanding the musicality and, the business and just how to execute performing live and just how to put out content, how to put things together. I feel like I'm more on top of my craft than I ever have been throughout the past couple of years that I've done music. So I would say that I'm more on top of what I'm doing because I believe so much in what I'm doing. And I feel like that helps me really be more in tune to the craftsmanship of Jamal White and the artist.
How do you see yourself as an influencer potentially in the music industry?
As an influencer? I would say just live your truth. I will say that. Just be more mindful of who you are as a person and as an artist. And I would say that I would, try to put out an example to just, be yourself and live your truth and to, not ever feel afraid to just, speak on what you think you are, who you think you are. As a person, as an artist, whichever, speak on it. Express yourself. I will always try to admire and advise people to just speak their truth and never be afraid to, speak it out to whoever, whether it be family members, friends, whoever. speak your truth.
In this current music climate, what do you feel like you bring to the table?
Well, I would say in this climate, I bring more entertainment. I would say that I bring more excitement, as cocky as that makes sounds. I say I bring a little bit more excitement as far as the performance realm. I would say that I just bring more elements into the whole performing aspect and really the musicality as a whole, to be honest with you. I feel like I bring more of that to the table with the videos and songs and the performance aspects because of how much I just dig deep into putting everything together and to put it out there just to basically show, you know, how far I can just dig into putting something together to make sure that it comes out great. You know, I would say that for sure.
And what do you think is next in your career?
Well, I would say the next thing, being the best in the city, and then soon, best in the world. That's how I see it.
You are special. You are special. You are special. You are special, special. This is the night for you to see what I've seen in your heart. Cause you've been always special. You've been always special.